My boyfriend stole my money to take another woman on vacation. When I confronted him, he rolled his eyes and said, "Abeg, relax, you'll get over it." His friends laughed at me, and the girl called me pathetic. But just a few days later, he was screaming on my voicemail, begging me to take him back. Emeka and I had been together for 3 years. We weren't officially living together, but he stayed at my place in Lekki most nights because his own apartment in Ikeja was a 40-minute drive from his office, while mine was just 15 minutes away. We'd even talked about moving in together properly next year when my lease was up, or at least, that was the plan. Financially, we were both average, earning decent salaries but nothing extravagant. We split bills when we went out, took turns buying groceries, and generally had what I thought was a fair arrangement. For the past year and a half, I'd been saving up for a better apartment, something nice for when we finally moved in together. It wasn't a crazy amount, Nigerian naira 2.8 million, but it represented a lot of sacrifice. Packing my own lunch instead of buying expensive takeout at work. Skipping my daily 3,000 Nigerian naira Starbucks habit. Picking up extra weekend shifts at my side hustle. Last Friday, I opened my GT Bank app to transfer some money for my car insurance, only to see my savings balance was 267,000 Nigerian nairas, not the 2.8 million Nigerian nairas it should have been. My heart stopped. I called the bank immediately, thinking I'd been hacked. After answering security questions, the customer service rep told me there had been a 2.55 million Nigerian nairas withdrawal 3 days earlier, in person at a branch in Victoria Island. But I hadn't been to 6 in months. Then it hit me, Emeka knew my phone password. We had an open phone policy, I never hid it from him. He'd seen me enter my banking PIN before. Worse. He must have stolen my driver's license from my purse while I was asleep or in the shower. I tried calling him, but it went straight to voicemail. He texted hours later. "Out with the guys. I'll be back tomorrow." Something felt off. I barely slept at night, trying to convince myself there was an explanation, maybe an emergency, maybe a surprise. But deep down, I knew. The next morning, I checked his Instagram, which he barely used. Nothing. Then I checked his friend Ton's story. And there he was, Emeka, on a beach in Lagos, I'm around a girl I'd never seen before. The caption: "Vacation vibes with these lovebirds." Lovebirds. Plural. I scrolled through more stories and saw them at a luxury resort in Ape, easily 2.5 million Nigerian nairas for a weekend getaway. My stomach twisted. 3 years together, and he stole my money to take another woman on vacation. I sat on my bathroom floor for hours, crying until I was numb. When Emeka finally came home Sunday night, he walked in like nothing was wrong, tanned, smiling, dropping his duffel bag like he'd just been at a football match. He tried to kiss me. I stepped back. "Where were you really?" At first, he lied, just hanging with the guys. Then I showed him Ton's Instagram stories. His face changed, not guilt, just annoyance, like I'd caught him in a small lie. He didn't even deny stealing the money. It was a last-minute thing. Amoka won a getaway package but needed someone to go with her. "I was going to pay you back." I scoffed. "With what? You can barely afford your share of groceries." Then he had the nerve to say, asterisk, "It's not like I took your rent money. It was just sitting there." Asterisk. I lost it. That was our future apartment money. I saved for over a year. He laughed. "Please, with 2.8 million Nigerian nairas, we weren't getting anything decent in Lekki anyway." When I asked if Amoka was his girlfriend, he paused too long before saying, "She's just a friend." Bullshit. Throughout the whole argument, he was smirking, grabbing a bottle of Gouda from the fridge, acting like I was overreacting. When I called him a thief and a cheat, he looked me dead in the eye and said, "I beg, relax. You get over it." That's when I knew this wasn't a mistake. This was who he was. I kicked him out. He argued, saying his place was far and he had work in the morning. "Should have thought about that before stealing from me," I snapped. As he left, he muttered, "You're being dramatic. Amoka wouldn't act like this." I spent the next 2 days in shock, barely eating, blocking his calls, checking my account like the money would magically reappear. The bank said since he had my ID and knew my PIN, it was unauthorized use, not fraud. My only option was to sue him civilly. I changed all my passwords, opened a new Zenith bank account, and got my logs changed. A week later, my friend Chioma dragged me out to a bar in Ikoyi to cheer me up. And guess who walked in? Emeka, Tond, and their crew, with Amoka. Tond spotted me first, laughing. "Oh, see the one crying over 2.8 million Nigerian nairas. Emeka, your babe day here oh." Emeka acted like we were cool, saying we needed to talk like adults. When I called him out, he claimed, "It wasn't stealing, what's yours is mine." Then Amoka stepped in, looking me up and down. "So you're the one causing drama over small money? Pathetic." I corrected her, Nigerian naira 2.55 million is not small money. She laughed in my face. And Emeka? He just stood there, smirking. Chioma pulled me out of there before I broke down. The next morning, Amoka DM'd me. "We've been dating for months. He told me you were just roommates. Stealing from you was messed up, but I thought you should know the truth. It's been months. All those late nights at work, the weekends helping his brother move, it all made sense. With Chioma's help, I 1. Moved out while he was at work. 2. Told his parents, his mom was horrified. 3. Cut off mutual friends who took his side. 4. Documented everything in case I needed a restraining order." A month later, his life was in shambles. Amoka dumped him after finding out the truth. His parents cut him off financially. His friends got tired of his drama. He started blowing up my phone, crying, begging, even sending 300,000 Nigerian nairas, out of 2.55 million Nigerian nairas, like it would fix things. Then came the drunken voicemails, screaming, cursing, saying I ruined his life. "I'm in a new apartment now. Stronger. Free. Emeka." Last I heard, he's back in his parents' house in Oja, jobless and miserable. Karma is real. And me? I'm never going back. Moral of the story: never share your banking details. If he steals from you once, he'll do worse. And when karma comes, don't block her calls. The end.